Welcome to Golf in the Cosmos, where physics meets the fairway and the universe takes a swing at your mind. Welcome back, gentlemen. It is a good week for golf. We got Andrew on the pod. How's it going?
Yo. Going very well. Got out on the range today. Great session.
Nice. We got Miller on the pod. What's up, man?
Doing well. Get ready for the Scottish and then the British after the swing across the pond.
Hell yeah. And we got Kcon. What's up, brother?
How we doing, boys? Yeah, no, I'm excited for the two events across the pond. I see a lot of weather going on there.
Yeah, it's going to be a nice change from all the golf in the States that we've seen. I think we need a little more DP World Tour, in our lives. And if you haven't signed up for the picks, get the picks sent to you, golfinthecosmos.com. We were just actually talking about those picks, how they're generated. I don't know. What are you guys' thoughts on the research?
Andrew, I can start off. So just so everyone knows, like when you come in, essentially tells you the course and the weather, the tournament, dates, download a PDF, essentially an interactive guide, sold on by Claude Code. But then it gives you kind of like the top 10 player storylines. If you get the email, it gives you kind of the top 10 picks, which is pretty much very similar. From there, it's stack ranked order of prediction to win or odds to win. Essentially, we're leveraging the Golf Data API, which is looking at like a player's current skill level, course fit, past performance in similar conditions, quality of the field, and how often, if simulated 1,000 times, that person would finish in the tournament. It's got historical data included. And then if you pull up the player, you're going to see all that. So you're going to see essentially a win probability. So Scotty this week, 10.9%. Then a top 10 probability. You'll see course fit, course history. Then you'll see how he did in 2025, 24, 23. Odds to win, top 5, top 10. And then recent form. So the tournaments and how he's placed. And then strokes gained off the tee approach, around the green and putting.
Wow.
But yeah. That's the setup. So we then put our picks on top, but the Golf Data API is very powerful in terms of it being the best provider for this kind of information. We layer on top of it our like recent form and recent tournament performance, because I think a lot of us are looking for like who's heating up, right?
Yeah,
that seems to be a trend with winning, or a correlation with winning within golf betting,
right.
At least for our group, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think Andrew's goal at the end of the day, though, was to track how accurate that prediction model was.
Right.
Yeah.
Have it learn from the history of what those predictions were, as well as make a couple different types of guesses on strategy, and then turn that into a training model to then make like the actual pick. Like, hey, you should pick this for top 10 for your bet. But the way I think of it is all the odds are set to be equal value. So it's very hard to determine where's the headroom, if you know what I mean.
Like an edge.
Yeah, where's the edge on the market? Does it exist? I don't know.
Sure.
I guess what I would say that is, betting in other sports, like when I say this Golf Data prediction model has that, is my guess, because it's doing 1,000 simulations. It's got past history. It's got its own history. I think it's a fair question to say, like, we could be auditing its history, because I don't know if it's going to put that into the weighting of the model. But I think it's doing the rest on a player level. But I think that's a fair point. I guess, like, at the end of the day, these are weights within a model, right?
Yeah.
These different components.
That's
and
funny.
It's unique.
I think
it's unique,
there.
though. Betting on golf is pretty unique. It's not, when you have a football game and there's a spread, you can get an edge sometimes on that score. You're betting on, okay, they're going to win by a field goal. Maybe
there's a line,
there's a line. So there's no spread in golf.
Well, I guess what I would say,
picking a bunch of horses.
Yeah, but it is picking horses.
It's like a race.
That's a great comparison. I do think edge that we could improve it with is how lines move, right? Because line movement tells you where money movement is, and kind of like the opinion of the crowd, or the house, or the shark, right? So that, I would say, is interesting. We run it now all in one kind of day and then post it, but there could be an additional analysis added right into the lead up of what lines have moved, maybe what are whale movements, right? Like
Mhm.
I would say that, like, think of sports, right? Like with football, when we see line movements, we're getting interested, right? Like, is there something
Yep.
we don't know? So
So here's my theory. You
yeah.
take the derivative of that line curve, and when that gets high in the negative or positive direction, you then use that to determine when to make moves, because the second you see the derivative increase, you just hop on hoping it's like a rocket.
Yeah, I mean, this isn't meme coin trading, but I mean, look, like,
He's
it's
talking
kind
about
of
mathematics too.
it's kind of like when I know, but you're not seeing such exponential
Drastic.
moves until the tournament finishes or is near finishing, right? But look, I mean, I think that's kind of an interesting point. I think that would happen more in the actual tournament than it would in the preamble, right?
Right.
And in the preparation.
Mhm.
But in the tournament, like, we see like kind of like high frequency trading on like poly market and that kind of movement.
Right.
But that's when things are happening in real time and there's more information feeding into the market. But
Yeah.
I
Like a
think in
soccer
that
game or
approach,
something.
there's something, right? But
Yeah.
Look, I mean, I think Scotty's been the favorite to win in every tournament, so that's why I really like the no bet. I mean, that hits every time. Scotty no, and
Yeah.
you have to bet a lot to win, like a little bit, but it's
so you have to bet like 1,000 to win 100 right now,
but it's
or 900 to win
significant.
100.
Really?
There's no other
Yeah.
player that
For no.
pays you $100 off 1,000. It's not that you don't have to put up that much. For all the other players to bet no on them, you have to put up like $100,000 to win $100. So I mean, it's significant. I know it's a little
I
bit.
still think that would be a scary $1,000 to put against Scotty.
I know, but it's actually pulled through ever since the Amex.
I mean, think
True.
about it. If you're getting that on the same bet, you have 10
He's been
tournaments, you
close.
recoup your base.
And you're
So
just
this
playing with
year
house
he's
money.
won one. There's been, what, 20?
Right.
think so, yeah.
You'd be up
Even
$2,000 off 1,000.
as
I don't know
long
if
as
the
you
math's
didn't
right, but
take it on the Amex.
You up 1,000 because you had to risk 1,000 one time.
You lost it once.
No, I'm
yeah.
saying, but 20 tournaments, you win 100 each. You're at $2,000, right?
Yeah, but
then you
lost
lost
when-
1,000, so you're still up 1,000.
Right.
Yeah.
On 1,000.
Right.
But think about all the times he's gotten second, went to playoffs.
That's
Oh,
fine.
I'm not saying it's a easy
It's like-
run. It's like running.
It's not an
uh,
easy run, not at all.
It's a high yield desk,
Look, we're just looking for, in golf betting, that it seems like the best paying no bet is Scotty no. And to
Yeah.
Miller's point, you would be up if you took
you
it
would
every
be.
time for this.
It's
if
kind
you're
of
a
Might be
unit.
the best bet of the year.
It's kind of like a high yield bond in like a pressure cooker situation, But
The amount of second places, though, you'd be sweating it. It would be kind of
Yeah.
fun to sweat that.
yeah, I mean, kind of like me sweating as Egypt lost Argentina the other night. But
Oh yeah, I wanted to touch on last episode.
You gotta cash those, buddy.
Last
You gotta
episode.
cash 'em.
I know you have to cash out because you can. Last episode though, we were live streaming for right after the USA game, and then they just shit the bed on Monday night. They didn't look like the same team to me, or maybe they hadn't played anyone difficult. It's my only thought. This is the USA men's team in the World Cup
they look-
losing 4-1.
it was the worst game. It was a disaster.
They looked out of sorts right off the bat, and once you look out of sorts, and then you get a goal scored on you, it's like, what do we do now?
I mean, look, I'll say this. They responded, and it was even okay when the second goal came from Belgium, but essentially the keeper going outside the box, faking a kick and losing the ball, that is when the nail was in the coffin. Like, we could have, by the way, pressured on down 1-2, had a
No,
shot.
that was the nail in the coffin,
Remember,
yeah.
Balogun got in the box in the 80th something minute. Like, we could have potentially tied in the extra time of 90, but when that third goal went, I mean, that was it.
Well, when
right?
and it's like when you play such a crappy game from the beginning, we actually are kind of in it somehow, and then you go and let a goal like that go by, you're like, wow, that is like an example of our game all day today.
Did we
Yeah, I
only
mean,
get the free
it's-
kick goal?
Yeah, they did.
Oh,
That was in the
brutal.
beginning.
Yeah,
I mean, look,
yeah.
like the U.S. had a great run this year, had a great tournament.
was fun.
Unfortunately, it didn't progress the program as we had desired. I think we saw a lot of promise, but they happen to have their worst game at this time. I don't think Belgium was that much better than them, but when you make mistakes like that, I mean, it's like getting like a 10 on the course. Like you're not going to shoot in the 80s, right?
What are your thoughts on Pulisic getting
Pulisic?
ripped
Yeah, I mean,
exiting the game.
I'll just put my comments out there. I think the back line was unacceptable for the U.S. on D. I'm going to go through the whole game. Okay, the back line was unacceptable. They weren't playing aggressive. They're getting overrun by those Belgian kind of toss-ins from outside the box. The keeper's mistake was the nail in the coffin. Don't know if these people should be going on the team. No, I'm just kidding. That people make mistakes. But Pusilic is interesting. He's had like 3 injuries in the past, like I don't know, like few tournaments or 8 to 12 games. He's also only scored like 1 goal in that period. I don't know. I mean, he's our best player. He had like 1 good half. I was watching Landon Donovan's take on it. But I mean, he has a lot of thinking to do. I think like he's judged for what he's done on the field. I mean, he's human. I'll be respectful, but it's when we need our heroes to step up. He didn't step up. Like, hopefully he'll have another chance. But it was, I mean, disappointing,
Yeah, but like I mean, what I was trying to get at was there's a lot of commentary about how Pulisic went out. Everyone's like, you're supposed to take all the injections. This is like your country you're fighting for, and like you're going out there and you're winning that freaking game because there ain't another one coming for another 4 years. But when I was and that's coming from like Landon Donovan, like Carly Lloyd, a bunch of like soccer commentators on big networks. When I was watching the game and I saw him limping around and not making moves, I was like, bro, you need to sub out.
That's what
Get the hell off this court.
I agree.
Like,
I thought he should have been taken out at half.
I was like, get off. If you're not going to be able to pour for, like, it's been 5 minutes. You cannot get back to 100%. Get off, sacrifice yourself. Don't put this above yourself. And But obviously we lost, and I think all these people and past players are just ripping him because he didn't blah, blah. I think he made the right move.
No, Bobby, he should have been taken off. If anything, like 15 or 10 minutes earlier. And by the way, he sat out the Gold Cup to prep for this, right, to get healthy. So I don't know if we know the full story on his injury situation, but
no, I'm not saying he wasn't injured. I'm just saying, like, I was just kind of commentating on like the fact that there's a lot of commentators saying that he didn't put everything towards it, but he also like I look at it as like, as a viewer of USA, I was like, I'm glad he sacrificed himself to get fresh legs out there. And
I want to add too. I want to make a criticism of Pontecchino, or whatever the hell his name is, Russell Crowe, sober on the sidelines, captaining the U.S. team, our coach. I think Diego Luna should have made the team. Like, I think that's a bunch of bullshit. Bleached hair,
right?
Yeah, bleached hair. I think Seattle, player. Yeah. He's a firecracker. I've watched him in the MLS. I think he could have been what we needed with Balogun, but clearly there's probably storylines we don't know about him not meshing with the team. But I think that was a miss because we clearly lacked creativity on the attack, and no one, by the way, on the U.S., especially when we controlled the ball and put the pressure on, could really do anything mano-a-mano, right? It was pretty much was it Hillman or Tillman, right? Like he was doing stuff. Yeah. But really there was no like creativity like you see like Messi or these generally better teams than us. And I think Diego Luna does have that creativity. So I would say that was a mistake. He should make the next roster. And look, the positive, I'm hoping, the silver lining is the USA will play in Copa America likely in 2028. I'm calling it now. Like, Latin American nation. Copa America is as big, almost as big as the World Cup, right? So if we have a chance to play in that and make a run, we can move past this. But the U.S. hasn't made the round of 8 since 2002 and has best historically gotten third in 1930 or 34. So round of 16 doesn't cut it. But
what was kind of good, though, is that this year we had one extra knockout stage round, so we did actually see more games than we have in a long time.
Fair. But they added, like every other World Cup except this one, the group stage went to the round of 16. Yeah. Which, by the way, it made it more fun. I'm glad that format is this.
Yeah.
Because Cape Verde
Yeah, that was
and
awesome.
some of these teams were like Cape Verde almost took
That was
Argentina
great.
to
Yeah.
the brink.
That was
That
cool.
goal, the second goal, was maybe a goal of the tournament. So, and those guys were like, I mean, just like laymen and bus drivers before this. It felt like so true heroes. By the way, I want to call them out. A bunch of legends. But yeah, I mean, great tournament.
it's-
Just
it's been good
disappointing,
so far.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of with you. If you're going to be injured and essentially be playing a man down, I respect, that he left the game. But they got to blame. You got to blame someone. If he's the leader.
I don't, but I think it's not Pusilic. I mean, he had a bad tournament. It's the back line. I mean, the defense on that first header, they got ran over by a bunch of
There was
Euros.
like no one there.
Yeah, but
Dude,
not
you could
it's not
see
like
them.
yeah.
Or there were multiple people
Hesitating.
there, but no one jumped.
Yeah, but
Nobody was a
it wasn't like
leader.
Lukaku got in the box and threw his head, or some
Yeah.
like more powerful athlete, some like skinny guy like smaller than half my size goes in there and petters right on top of one of our defenders. It just didn't feel like they were awake. But I think it's
Yeah.
the back line, the keeper. I don't. The offense got a goal, right? Like could have pushed extra time if there's better
I
defense.
mean, the offense got a freaking free kick goal.
But doesn't matter. It was a good one. It was over the
It was
wall,
good,
and
was
it
very
got a
good.
slight deflection, but that was going to have a chance even without a deflection.
Yeah.
So, but I would say that was a shining moment at the tournament. But no, it's so disappointing. It was such an exciting World Cup. I don't want to talk about it much more.
Yeah, I mean, good on the U.S. team. I mean, I think it was a good run in the World Cup. It's disappointing. It just seems like the past is repeating itself. But hey, we got another 4 years, and I'm sure they'll be back at it with I guess a new coach. But
No, I think Coach is fine. Coach is fine.
his
Here, let's
contract runs out at the end of this.
He's worth extending. It was a well coached team until the last game. Here,
Yeah.
let's keep going though. Let's get to social.
Moving on to the Nelk hole-in-one challenge. I've caught a little bit of it. I don't know, Miller. I think you've seen a little more of it. But what's
Yeah,
going
I mean,
on
I
there?
think everyone's seen the clipping fiesta going on with all of their
Seen
clippers.
the clipping fiesta, yeah.
Yeah, you literally roll on a feed right now. You're getting Big John, Ulhart, Ulthog, I think DOD King, Kyle Forgard, Salim the Dream, who's a hack. But no, I mean you're seeing it in action. I think there's 72 hours in, no hole in one yet, but looks like they're just having a party there, just like sending it every day.
We got
they're
like a
out-
gym there.
Yeah, they got a gym. They got TVs. They're out in Ontario, summertime Canada. But no, I mean, I think it's great. They're live on Kick. I don't know the viewership numbers. I'm gonna pull that up right now, but I think it's
Sure,
it's a
insane.
great live stream challenge.
It's a fun idea, and they're not the first. I think Barstool really kind of made this famous first
Yeah,
on
with the free throws,
right
they've done a hole-in-one one as
on
well.
like a
They've done it on
simulator.
sim and in real life.
By the
Yeah.
way, I just pulled it up right now. They're live right now.
Yeah, I believe it
Wow.
because it's bright there still. It's-
There's 9,000 people watching at this moment.
Wow.
This is fantastic.
This is the Nelk hole-in-one challenge. It's just
Yeah.
live streamed every day, all
It's
day
just
long.
on Kick. There's people just ripping this chat right now. They're just going for it. But yeah, I mean, I think it's great. I mean, I think we should do one. We should do it on the sim. Just
Yeah.
poor man sim in my garage. Throw my neighbors off.
I mean, it could go on for 12 hours.
Dude, the pin
When
location
does your wife
is
go out of
brutal.
town?
Yeah, good question. When she goes to the desert. No,
No,
but dude,
yeah, I was looking at the Nelk Boys pin location. They put it back like
front
within
back.
like
Yeah,
it looks like it's like 3 feet away from the fringe on the back.
it is.
Yeah.
You have
There's
to
a hill
yeah.
behind it though.
Yeah, no. So there's
They're
a,
using it
there's
as a backstop.
there's a hill coming up to it, and then there's 3 feet. It's the hole. So you pretty much have to bounce on the fringe like 1 or 2 hop. It's pretty impossible. Apparently, Kyle holed it when he put it in like the rolling part of the back in the setup. But it's 162. Looks like they moved the tees up a tad.
They're changing the game.
I thought it was 180. It's a legal pin, they say. But yeah, this is great. 9,000 people. We're one of them.
When I saw the clip, there must have been 20 golf balls on the green. So it's like, what if who's clearing the green out? How often are they moving all those balls? Because what if your ball hits a ball? That's
true. We've seen wild hole-in-ones.
Yeah.
But does that help or hurt? Having a bunch of balls on the green. I feel like that.
I think
get
they're
in the way.
clearing
the
it
ball to roll in
24/7.
without. I prefer the ball to roll in without hitting a ball, unless it like slightly deflected off it, but not like changed its course.
But wait, I'm looking at it right now. Looks like they're clearing this thing
Okay.
like constantly.
The clip I saw, there must have been 20 balls on it still.
Probably
Yeah,
looked more
I agree.
interesting.
But it's a great idea. I mean,
I'm in on the pin. There's nothing near it. They're either struggling or you know.
They probably are clearing it now. I love the idea. I mean, it would be fun. But you're saying they're on 72 hours right
77 hours, 23 minutes.
So there's like a counter on it? Or
Yeah,
something?
dude. It's
Wow.
just time
Do they
elapsed.
sleep? Do they?
I think they rotate. Like they got like bunk
There's different
beds in
people.
RVs.
Okay.
And they have essentially a crew there. They have some bet over a Rolex or something. And
Is it just a single camera feed, or
no,
is it
bow
like,
tie, bow tie. I'll send
Yeah,
it
they
in the
got-
chat right
no
now.
way,
Dude,
Multi-
Wait,
It's
I just turned it
actually
on.
right.
I just turned
It's
it
like
on
they're
too.
running OBS, like what I was talking about, Kevin.
They have like
Yeah.
two people
Yeah.
hitting at the same time. That's how like they're just trying to rapid fire.
Jeez.
Dude, this is
We should
great.
do a donation. People can go try to do it.
It's nice for you to bring in charity.
Oh, and you're saying we pay and then get to go to Ontario and
Yeah, you get to go and
win the
Oh,
Rolex.
that'd be
Andrew gets
sick.
up there 3 days later, does it within like 3 tries. Like, all right, I'll see you guys later.
Dude, this chat is
it's a
firing
50-50
right now.
challenge.
Well,
Well, I mean, look, I think it's cool. We can keep it moving, but I wanted to call it out. Soul's
Yeah.
bet on my feet other than actually, let's move the Scottish for a second. I'd like to call out that I think Rory had kind of a good comment that tournaments like the Scottish are kind of on like a tier right below the majors. And I would agree. I think these national opens, obviously the British and the US are in the major tier, but the Scottish, the Canadian, the Australian, like these are great tournaments. Like they're national kind of championships in a sense for each
Well,
country.
this is one of those tournaments
Yeah.
that we've always talked about. We're just like, we don't get why more people don't go play it. We always loved watching it because, again, it was on early and we got to watch it and it had like
Yeah.
some significance. And again, like Rory would go play it before the Open, or like big names would go play it before the Open. And I'm just so happy that they finally just adapted by making it a PGA
Yeah.
Tour event, DP Tour, and what it's co-sanctioned with.
Co-sanctioned. You got live guys. You got Tyrell Hatton, John Rahm.
But
I think it's
I
great.
saw that it's because that they left live already.
No. The reason so the Scottish Open live players are allowed to play. The reason is it's a DP World Tour event technically, and they have
Got
status
it.
on the
Yeah.
DP World
No, yeah,
Tour.
definitely.
So
That's
that's what
true.
allows live in. It is the first event that has the PGA tied to it at all that has live people in it because it's
But
the
then why are there
co-sanction.
only like how many of them are in there? Like 6 or 7?
Because they
I
have
think
DP.
11.
So they have DP World Tour status. They had to pay
Got it.
fines and do some suspensions, but they took care of all that kind of that route back, all that little the paperwork, if you will. That doesn't exist. That route doesn't exist really on the PGA, other than that month they opened it up for Brooks Koepka, things like that, to get a tour card. But those live players technically have status on the DP World Tour to be able to get into an event like this. Scottish Open, right? Rory made some great comments. I totally
Yeah.
agree. That it's a national open. The Canadian Open. The only problem is it's not a DP World Tour. So is it really
That's
the Canadian
stupid, yeah.
Open, right? Because only PGA Tour players can play in it. So it's these national opens. Rory is a little bit concerned with the new format coming next year. The Challenger Tour. With the relegation aspect, it's like, well, which players are going to be allowed to play the Canadian Open? Shouldn't it
Yeah.
be open to everyone? Same with the Scottish Open.
My
Where do
my
these
opinion is
stand?
larger field and like a Scottish Open is on the championships tour, but has I think the championship tour has like the majors still have events where there's more than 72 guys, right? Or is the champion tour now the Masters going to have 72 players, right?
Well, those aren't
You don't
PGA Tour event. The Masters isn't ran by the PGA
I guess
Tour. So.
what I would say is like that would be a part of the Champions Tour, but it would include a larger field that includes international as well. I think these events are incredible. Like the Canadian Open can be a championship stop, it should be opened up. I think the Australian Open should be a part of the PGA Tour Championship Series as well. Like I just think we're missing out on a better field, better golf. Like there needs to be a solution that serves everyone, including the new split tour, but also the players that could qualify. I don't know.
I'm intrigued to see this test case. It's just like, it doesn't really make full sense to me, but I do, like we talked about last week, I think was the relegation kind of status. So I think that's cool.
They're going to have 2 events every weekend. It is a little confusing that one's called the Championship Series and the other the Challenger Series, because the Champions Tour is the over 50.
Yeah.
So you have the like, what are you watching this weekend?
Championship, Kevin. It's championship.
I'm watching Champions Tour. Oh, cool. I'm going to be on the Championship. I'm watching the Championship Series.
They should just call it
cool.
They should call it the Tiger Flight and the Hogan Flight. You know?
No, it should be the Premier League and the Championship.
That would be awful.
Oh man.
But I want final point is just I think like certain tournaments, kind of like the Masters or these majors that maybe aren't a part of that points though do count for the Championship Series. Maybe they're not a part of the exact rotation, should have this higher status. Scottish is one of them, Aussie, Canadian, obviously British, US are majors, but
well, I mean, let's
Scottish isn't there yet. It's getting there.
I think it's been there, man. You just haven't watched it till recently.
No, I'm saying come on, man. I'm just saying that like the general public hasn't adapted to it enough yet. But I mean, if they put a big purse at it, then game on.
What is the purse?
It's a $9 million purse. It's a small purse.
Oh,
yeah.
God.
Listen.
Well, DP World Tour purses are like 4 to 5. So.
Listen, regardless of what your opinion is on the Scottish Open, it's a super unique event because it's co-sanctioned by both tours. You just don't get that. There's just not any other event like that allows DP World Tour players in as well as PGA. Whether you can make it through either track, right? You could have nothing to do with the PGA to get in.
Can I further ask a question?
Shoot.
Would the Scottish Open be like? There's a French Open. There's a lot of opens. Would the Scottish Open be popular if it wasn't the tournament that everyone went to the week before the Open in order to practice?
I probably heard it a bit, but
they probably wouldn't play it.
We wouldn't be talking about it.
But is there an Irish or an Ireland Open?
Yeah, I think there's a bunch of opens on the DP Tour.
Yeah. No, I mean it's
tough.
Well, those ones aren't co-sanctioned with the PGA, and then
Kevin, they weren't co-sanctioned until 2 years ago.
Yeah, well,
last year was the first year. It was the first year the PGA took it on, wasn't it?
You got to look that up, but yeah, I feel like it is a new thing. But to your point, the seasonality of it, that it's right before everyone needs to travel to Europe anyway, right? So
yeah,
why not go to Scotland?
I mean, by the way, like, dude, to your point, Kevin, it is the Amgen Irish Open. I mean, Amgen sponsoring it means there's good viewership on this.
All right, so 2022.
These are just cool events, man. Like they should be a part of it, right?
I agree. Yeah. I agree. I mean, obviously, it just like lines up so well with the schedule.
Dude, 2015 was Royal County down.
They just fully lucked out.
But you should get some coverage on some other countries' opens is kind of the idea.
I think that's like where the PGA should expand and where the DP's done a good job at it, right? Like the PGA Tour should not just be a national U.S. tour. It should have a ton of U.S. national events, but I think we have a Mexico Open, we have a Canadian Open. Why not? I got a few more. It's like Formula One, right?
Those guys travel so much; they're not.
Yeah,
but it is about qualifying, guys. It's about how, because it's a national Open, there's other avenues to get into the tournament. Where if we're talking Championship Series in 2 years, guess what? There's no way to just qualify for those. As an open player from that country or whatnot.
I think if they create the second tour, that could travel more internationally, and that could be like the lower tour has to go.
The Challenger.
It's just so funny that those guys who have to do that are the guys who don't make as much money.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Like it's a lot harder
They're
on them
cheaper
than
to
it is
send
everyone
than-
else.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, that's
Well,
the life. Get
Look,
to the
I want
championship.
to take us
Right.
back in history. You know, it's interesting. Like pre 1960, like the British tour was. I mean, the British Open wasn't that big of an event, right? So pre 1960, the purse was small. Obviously, travel back in the day, no one really traveled, and then Palmer decided to go over there and play, and then it essentially, made then the modern Grand Slam when he kind of added that importance to it. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's interesting how this is kind of all connected over time. But before Palmer, they used to skip the Open, and after, everyone felt they had to play in it. So I think these are good things for golf when everyone plays the Scottish Open.
No,
and,
I'm not saying anything bad about the Scottish Open. I really agree. I think we were just talking about the basics of the actual tournament itself.
Yeah, no, I think you're getting at the history of it, which is, and that's so interesting that the British Open, now we just call it the Open. Technically, that's a national open that wasn't on the map until the 60s, till Arnold Palmer played in it. And then all of a sudden, it becomes a major. So the rich history of what makes a major, it's kind of these like key event moments, in time that put it on the map and get it in the zeitgeist, if you will. And the Scottish Open certainly is probably one of the national opens that's up there, maybe next. And
I think just when you're
Definitely
seeing the top international courses or just period courses on the planet with the top players, you're getting them in these types of events, right?
Now,
and then in front of a national, audience in that country, like pride on the line. Those are epic moments, right?
Yeah, the home field advantage. We'll see how respectful the Scottish and British are.
So the
So this is
DP
always
Probably a
at the
bit more
si-
than the New Yorkers at Shinnecock.
no. So I'll
This is
actually.
always at the same course, though, right?
This one
think
seems
so.
to be at the
Yeah.
same course. Yeah. They speak
Yeah.
about it like it's. Yeah, I think it is. What's funny is as a reaction to the New York crowds at the U.S. Open, the DP World Tour recently announced some new fan behavior guidelines. I read through them. They're all pretty. I don't know if you guys can pull them up, but it's the DP World Tour guidelines. They're all pretty standard stuff. Nothing was groundbreaking to me. I thought it was interesting that they even wanted to release new guidelines for fans. It seemed like these things were already understood, but they put it in writing. They needed to let people know to be quiet when the person's getting ready for their shot and hitting their shot. So it's interesting. Supposedly it was a reaction to kind of what's been happening. In the States.
We talked about
majors.
etiquette in the past, and do you have to teach etiquette and things like that? And I think writing it down is simply saying, hey, we decided to just define the etiquette, so this is what you do when you're here. Like a simple how-to.
I think it's a good time to kind of check things up, like since the Jack Doherty incident which cost Connors and I Matsuyama's purse for that tournament, the Phoenix Open. It's we need to, there's been a few moments, right? Like I thought it's kind of weak that U.S. fans were cheering on Wyndham Clark at Shinnecock, and I don't know. As we expand the game, we got to remind people about the tradition, right?
I think these rules have been
respect.
here forever until like you get to the point where like phones are going to be banned or something like that. It's like these rules are the same. I mean, everyone's gone to these tournaments. They know the rules. Like they put the quiet signs up, but people are just doing them like you just said, like to go viral or to do something that is a dare or win someone money because of sports betting, like we discussed last week. It's just, I don't know. Maybe it's just you got to take the freaking phones away.
I think the phone's away.
It's not that hard. The Masters figured it out. Like I dropped my phone off and I left, and I got it within like a 4-minute line. That was
you left,
yeah, and then the line looked like it was going to take forever. It was like 4 minutes. I got in, turned your ticket in, you got your phone.
I want to ask you more about that in a second. I just want to summarize. So in response to recent fan behavior issues in the U.S., the RNA released a new fan code of conduct. Here's the 5 principles of the RNA's new fan code of conduct released before the Open. Number 1, respect the players. Okay. Number 2, respect the links. Number 3, respect each other. Number 4, be aware. This is like a safety.
Be aware.
This is like a safety thing.
Yeah.
And that's the 4 principles. So,
Revolutionary.
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's like, okay,
God,
those seem pretty
thank you.
obvious. And I can't believe that's a new code of conduct.
Exactly.
But yeah, I guess they need
Is that in a
to.
Bible or something?
Need
I was going to say it felt like 10 Commandments vibes, right?
Yeah. So
Maybe
they
it's for the players to be like, oh yeah, we just like sent out a statement to like
Yeah, you're going
to
to be
all the
respected.
fans to be not as rowdy. It's like we did our job, so like if it does happen, it's not our fault, kind of thing.
So I think Kcon brings up a great point on we think maybe it's the phones because you can bet on them. You can you can record a viral kind of call out. But what is it like at the Masters when they take how exactly do they take your phone? Like I'm actually
Oh, you
curious.
just go up to a. It's like I wouldn't call it like a coat check, but you walk up.
Are you in the gates yet? Are you outside the gates?
No, it's before the gates, so it's outside the gates. You cannot enter the gates with a phone in your pocket. But yeah, you just go up. They put it in a bag.
Hold on, and how do they know? How do they know if you are
You go through a metal detector?
launching a
Yeah.
phone?
It's called
Yeah.
etiquette.
Yeah, etiquette, Kevin. But yeah, no, the Masters. I
Haven't
believe,
people
yeah,
snuck them on, though? Or no?
definitely.
Yeah.
But it wasn't that hard of a deal. You go up, you drop your phone off, they put it in a bag, you get a ticket. When you come back and when you're waiting in line, when you're like, let's say you're like the 10th person in line to the front, like you enter your number and then so they're already working on pulling your phone out. So by the time you get there, you give them your ticket, your phone's right there. So I felt like it was like seamless.
Yeah.
I was very impressed. And like, honestly, I thought it was really cool because you don't have your phone. You're watching the scoreboards, like, and obviously they use old school scoreboards like Wrigley Field, where they're pulling down the numbers and bringing back up.
Yeah.
But then you are also engaged in the golf. You tell your friends like, hey, I want to go see like a certain hole. You guys want to go see a certain hole? That's fine. We'll meet back at this tree at an hour and a half if I don't see you at like this exact time.
This is at
like,
Augusta.
Yeah, but I'm just saying at any golf tournament,
Yeah.
you can do that anywhere. And
Right.
But normally you can text them and be like, where are you at? But
yeah,
the Masters,
I'm over
you
here.
can't.
Come run over to this. Yeah, exactly. You just kind of got to like.
You say,
go
I'll
with the
see
flow.
you later. Yeah.
No, it's like if I lose my friend, if I like lost my cousin, I was like, I mean, I'm not even gonna go look for him. I'm just gonna go see him at the tree in an hour and a half.
It's
or
like
an hour,
Coachella
however
with
long
a
I have.
dead
Yeah.
phone,
Exactly, yeah. Just
you're
like,
on a journey.
Go to that concert. I'll go to this concert. We'll meet here after at like in an hour and a half. Like
Yeah, that's
that's
the
exactly
best.
what I'm saying.
Did you ever call like your dad or your cousin from one of the payphones to another? Like,
I called Kevin Hammond from the payphone.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So
got it.
outside, but not within. But yeah, it's kind of like Coachella. Like you're like, hey, we'll meet like at this marker, right? By like
Yeah.
8:30. Yeah.
No, and it's really cool because you are watching the golf and you try to find your spots and you try to find places to watch, and then everyone else has paid attention. I mean, everyone's just glued in. Like, so when things happen, everyone's reacting. Now, obviously, it happens at every tournament, but it's just like, when you see behind, you'll see behind like someone's taking a shot because their ball went kind of into the fans. And all the fans back up, and everyone's on their phone filming, and there's always that one guy drinking his beer, just like staring at he's like actually watching the golf shot.
Oh, yeah.
And they have
Great
like clips of that on like, they'll have it on Instagram. It's like, at least one guy's living his best life, And it's like everyone is filming except he's just watching, like, he's having a good time. And I mean, it brings back the value. I mean, I remember one time I like watched the Olympics or I was at the Olympics when I was very young. We went to the high dives. I remember watching the TV more than I watched the live crap, and I was there live, So it's
would you say that it's not phones, it's the cameras that are the problem? Like everyone having a camera in their pocket helps them make a viral video.
No, I
like-
mean, that comes down. I think that comes back to the basis of the phone and what it does and what you do on the phone. Because the
But what
camera
can
is
you-
the one that gets you the film that you post to
Yeah.
your social media.
It's the
which
media
yeah.
that we use to like share.
If you
stuff
just
now.
had your like a
a
you know,
phone
like
without a camera,
your Sony
right?
or your camera, like your Canon
Sure.
camera, like
Yeah, you
that's
take shots, but you put
that's
it down.
completely different. You're
You
making like
don't
good
share.
shots.
It's
not
the
just
weird
filming
combination of the camera and the phone.
Yeah, you're not
Yeah.
specifically filming for social media. You're kind of getting shots that you think are
It's
sweet.
art. Yeah.
Yeah,
It must
exactly.
It
There
must
you
be
go.
nice to be a player at the Masters and not everyone. Because when I went to the Farmers, it's like everyone's like like phone and right in front of their face. When you're close to a player hitting a shot, everyone
Yeah.
has their phone out. Must be nice to just not see a phone for a little bit. And
I mean, it's
play
kind of like
around.
the episode of Netflix on what Black Mirror called like White Bear, where everyone like follows people around with phones, and you end up finding out that that person's like in jail. They just wipe their mind and do that every day, right? Has anyone seen that? Or
I think so.
No, I haven't watched
Yeah,
Black
yeah.
Mirror in a while.
no, dude, it's probably the best episode of that show. But literally, like you see, like the character watch all this happen, but a person wakes up and they're on the run, and people are just following them around with cameras all day, and then you
Yes,
realize
I
at the
have
end
seen
that
that.
that person like is a criminal of serving 10 years, and they're just doing this every day.
Oh my gosh.
But
I mean,
I don't know. I randomly thought of that.
I had like a pretty fatal crack on my screen, so I dropped it off at a place to get the screen fixed and went and got a haircut. And I was like had like a mild panic attack with not having my phone with me driving my car. I'm like, dude, what if I like rear end someone and they like need my insurance? I'm like, I don't. That's like I was thinking like worst case scenarios, but like I don't know. I think if I went long, and now that I have the Starlink. When I'm out, like where there's no service, I still have service now because of the Starlink. So it's like I never leave. There's no wilderness anymore for me with the Starlink. So
Well,
I can't
let's-
escape the phone at all. So the Masters is probably my last resort to get rid of my phone and
Well, here, let's
try to enjoy
turn in a different direction here. Like we all play golf. How much do you think's the right amount where you don't screw up your game using your phone? Like I would say, when I'm playing, like, and I get a bad text from someone,
God,
it
smacks
hurts
me.
my game, right? Like, we're not crazy, right? Like, you get some fucking like
I've
two
responded
paragraph
one-
thing, Kevin.
yeah.
You probably get a handful of those, right? Like, you
No,
get some
I've
two-paragraph
responded to
essay.
like one text message
Yeah.
just to try to be nice, and it blew up into like a
5-paragraph essay.
Yeah, it's like multiple, and I was like, wow, this just threw off my game. So I actually don't do
So
that
let's
anymore.
talk
Well,
about
no,
that
so
specific-
that's what I'm saying. Like, I literally, like, when we're playing golf, the phone is there is just as a scorekeeping mechanism, or as, again, World Cup, it can just be playing World Cup. And like
Yeah.
Andrew, you were in my cart, but
Yeah.
like we're rewatching everything.
We've
It's mainly
rigged
when
that
someone
card up.
scored.
We have to talk about that.
So
Yeah, we gotta
when
talk about
listen,
ultimate
so
cart
when
rig. Yeah.
when you're playing golf,
Yeah.
how much should you use your phone? What's too much? What's
Yeah.
is the phone helpful when you're playing golf? Does
No.
the phone hurt you when you're playing golf?
It
I mean,
hurts.
let's go
Yeah,
around the
it
horn.
hurts.
Let's go.
I'll start. It hurts. It's only good for keeping score and distances. If you're using it anymore, you're distracting from kind of just the enjoyment of the course, the round, and really it hurts your game. As we were talking, like you get 5-paragraph essays from someone or someone's bugging you. It is, if you get sucked in, I swear you go from like a 4 to a 6 on a hole. Go to you,
yeah.
Andrew. Yeah.
I think it would be a fun test.
We're talking about this is using a phone on the golf course.
Yep.
I think we should get a box, put all of our phones next time we play in the box, and see what happens. But
yeah, no, that'd be awesome.
I think
mean,
I use it. It's an essential part of my pre-shot routine. I look at the green reading, look at the GPS, then all the tech
Is
involved.
it
there.
cheating to
We're
look
not-
at the
I
green
mean,
reading though?
No, they're
No,
at
no, no.
scale.
Sure. I'd
What
love
if I
to
just
explain
print that all out
I
for
think-
you, Andrew?
Andrew,
And
an
would you put your
important
phone in the
concept of
box?
this-
Yeah, if
an
I had a
important
yardage
concept
book.
of this is using your phone to be talking to other people, not
get
on the
that.
golf course.
But
I
what
get it.
happens
It's gonna
is
pop
because
up.
the phone's in my pocket,
Yes, the text
I
message
do
pop
use
up.
it. I do sometimes turn on Do Not Disturb. That helps
Yeah.
Yeah.
a lot.
I think it fully affects. I think there are people that I'll ride in a golf cart with while I'm driving the golf cart, and they just like threw it out to the woods, or threw it into the trees. And then when we get there, they're scrambling for the ball. They can't find it, but they're texting the whole way until we get to where their ball is. Like, my ball is in the trees. I am laser focused on where my freaking ball is because I'm going to find that. And also on the way to the ball, I'm assessing, okay, what kind of a shot I got, like how much opening I think I can get. Oh no, as I get closer. So I'm evaluating, I'm processing like my shot, and I'm just eliminating like 30% as I get closer, 40, 50%, 60% shots that I cannot do. So
Yeah.
I'm actually like, as I'm driving up, and I try to get more behind it so I have a better visual of like
Right.
what
The
you're doing. But
actual
then someone
shot.
on the phone, they're sitting there and they're like, then they get to their ball and they drop their phone. All right, what do we got here? I'm like,
Exactly.
you should already know what the hell you're doing before we even got here. Like,
That's a really
you know,
good
like
point.
when you're walking, you obviously you do that kind of an aspect.
So the
like when you're
phones
walking,
are slowing down golf.
No, and by the way, I'll tell you the worst thing: phone with a first-time player. Me at Pebble Beach 2 weeks ago. First-time player, phones out all the time, 20 shots a hole, unacceptable. But
No.
What's he doing
yeah.
on his phone? This guy.
it wasn't a he.
What's she doing on her phone?
I don't know what it was. Okay, it was an animal. Okay, it was a demon that was literally learning the game of golf on the course. I think
On
everyone knows
Pebble
what that looks
Beach.
like on Pebble Beach. Clearly, someone's significant other, but whatever. At the same time, I got to be there for 6 hours, but wish the World Cup was on.
But they shouldn't be on their phone if they're learning golf. But
No,
I
no,
mean,
it was again. The marshal ended up like escorting them through 6 to 18. You know.
yeah.
Wait.
Yeah, I mean, I have when there's a lot of the munis we play have like super long waits, like at par threes and stuff, and I just like I don't know why I just have to grab my phone, and
No, I
it's,
get
it's
that.
like this like nervous thing that I actually wish I put it in the black box, and I just
So
would
that's a little
stare,
different, though.
maybe
That's
a little
stare
different.
at the
Kind of all do, but you're-
sunset or something.
I know, but sometimes it's like what I'll do is I'll ensure that I just go directly to like Sports Center to check scores. Like,
Yeah.
my key is to not be discussing.
But it's different when
Stressful
you're
social.
waiting
Unless
than
you
when
need to.
you're doing this on the drive to the ball, and then while like you're on the hole, like waiting on a tee box. If it's a muni 15-minute wait on like Costa Mesa number 5 on Lagos, fine, or 4, right? 4 then 7.
I mean, I
4
just-
and 7.
Which Andrew, are you allowed there still or
Of course, yes. Have I been there? I don't know.
no? Have you responded?
No.
Screw 'em.
Haven't been there.
We've gotten a
but,
lot of comments on that
Yeah,
subject.
also, I want to bring it back up.
People,
I think yeah.
people kind of tend to agree that it's BS that you can't like give your friend a lesson at a golf course. That's
Hey, what was the
technically-
sign you saw today? You sent in the chat, right? Like,
yeah, that was at
That was
San
for intro.
Joaquin. The
so
same
what did it
sign.
say? Read. I want you to read it. I want the viewers to know.
Okay, hold on.
I think I got it right here. Or no, I
Oh,
don't know what
degenerate.
Just
chat
hold
it's
it up
in.
to the
Says-
camera. That's
It's not
yeah.
gonna work. Attention! Only approved golf professionals may teach at this driving range.
Yeah.
Right, so San Joaquin.
Look,
Does that
I mean,
I still can't teach my brother.
no,
You can't teach
No.
anyone unless you're an approved professional.
right, and that costs
I mean, dude,
$4,000.
I'll say this. I feel like, our largest clip of, I think, the Instagram was us calling out the fees for the handicap. I think
Out
we're
of
kind
bounds.
of, yeah. Well, no, that was, I don't know if that was big, but the handicap, $60 a year.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
we're kind of
Yeah.
closing in on a cartel right now.
Yeah, it
And it
is.
feels like every one of these topics is hitting
I
a
feel-
tone with our audience because you're paying for essentially a math calculation. Can't teach people at the range. There's a certain class of people that pay like $6,000 and shoot in the mid 70s that can only teach lessons. I don't know.
I feel like I'm gonna go to the range and just if I see someone coaching someone, be like, oh nice. How'd you get permission to coach here?
Dude, that would be
And then if they say like, oh, I don't have permission, I'll be like, Marshall.
I should just follow you and film behind you, and you're mic'd
Oh,
up.
yeah.
And anyone
Yeah.
that's standing behind anyone, like even if their buddy is like telling them a tip, be like, "Hey
That's a
man,
good one.
hey man, you're not allowed to teach here, man. Get
No,
get in line, man.
Yeah.
You get
Just
get
walk
it
back
together."
to Costa Mesa Clubhouse with the report. Be like, yeah. So in the past 15 minutes, here's all the infractions. Bay 1, Bay 2, Bay 4 actually had. He said, "Nice shot," but dip your head a little bit. Yeah, that was a big coaching swing.
Yeah.
And then just like give him the report. Be like, yeah, it looks like there's a lot of coaching going on. How are you
And then
gonna kick
and then
everyone
Bay
out?
12, I think it's a 12-year-old and an older gentleman is telling him what to do. Is he? This one really is concerning,
Dude,
He
I-
kind of looks like his dad, but
Yeah,
I
they
can't
kinda-
confirm. But also, his dad's coaching
Yeah.
him. That's illegal.
They
too.
kinda
Dude,
look alike.
This is a conflict point within the golf society. Like you should be able to teach someone at the range. You're paying for your stall. Like
Yeah, and
I think
the
it's crazy.
I was looking into it a little bit today, and the
Yeah.
municipal course is city-owned land, but that you know that
Leases.
yeah,
Right.
yeah, and there's
They are
rules
still
though.
their
They're
own-
they're allowed
their
to
own
run rule. They're allowed to have rules.
Yeah.
So you can't do it. It's not public. It's not like a public. Even the public forest, has rules. Even though you kind of can do whatever you want out there. In a like this is legal, right? Giving golf lessons isn't a crime. I think that's step one that we
No,
need to
but-
establish, right?
But there's a cartel out there that reminds you can't sell on this block. Okay,
I think maybe
that's
if
what I'm
Andrew-
saying. That's what happened, right?
Maybe if Andrew just removes like from his Instagram or YouTube, whatever he's using, just like DM me for appointments or anything. It's just like,
I
here's
mean,
what
you can
do,
watch
and
the
people can DM him as much as they want,
They watch
as
the
long as he's not
clips.
soliciting his service.
The
kind of in a
solution
way.
It's not
is
even
that
the soliciting,
Andrew,
it's the
you need a sim.
places
And you know what?
using.
Or even again, I want you to get a house, get a good sim. But even you just open up a storage unit, build a sim, start giving lessons.
Yeah,
know?
but
And
you
I was
could-
thinking of doing a combo
Yeah.
music and golf lesson thing. So my wife
Yeah.
teaches music, and I teach golf. Just bang.
just
Um,
love thy neighbor, love thy patron. Right?
Yeah,
The-
so
the new
renting out
PGA
a-
RNA rules.
a studio,
yeah, lease out a small business space and
right?
run the lab.
We could record the pod there. In the
yeah,
business
it could
space.
just we could multi-use something like that.
I mean, dude, if we built a sim in a place, and the only thing is like probably paying like $4 or $5 a month, right? If it's gonna have that
the
kind of
little
facility.
little square footage is cheap commercially.
Sound Matrix.
Well,
That was
that's
still
by
like-
that's by the hour. You rent it,
Yeah.
but-
Yeah,
doesn't exist anymore.
true.
I mean, and I just wonder those sims that you can rent. Those businesses that
Yeah,
have sims.
I go to
can,
them.
Can you give a
Yeah.
lesson there?
I think it's a
even?
great question. I don't know.
Or
but
do you have to use their
Birdhouse-
guy? you
I'm
know?
gonna look right now. Birdhouse sim.
Yeah,
like,
type that in.
I thi-
Can I give a lesson at Birdhouse to my
Yeah.
friend?
Is that the restaurant with the place up in Huntington?
No, that's actually like a full restaurant. That's really expensive. These Birdhouse ones is like you book it on Golf Now. Like you
So
can
by the way,
actually book
I
a
go there
session.
with my buddy Rick, and I do give him like tips and tricks on shots. So you
that's
can
really cool.
coach your friend full swings, use the launch monitor data, compare swings, work through drills, etc. If you're planning to charge someone or regularly teach, you have to get approval from the facility first. So I think you can.
They just need a cut. They want a cut, but you don't have to
Probably.
be a
Potentially,
PGA
yeah.
professional. That's
No,
key,
but
that's
probably,
a key
because
difference.
when I've been there with Rick, we've
Then
done
that's the
like
answer.
chipping drills.
You go
I
to
think you
Birdhouse.
just keep it off the books. You do it at Birdhouse. Birdhouse is what 20 or 40 an hour though, so you're getting cuts. They're getting some cut, but at least it's like.
But
more
you don't have to buy the
transactional.
range balls, right? You're hitting the
Yeah,
same
you bring
ball.
your own balls.
right?
You bring good
So
balls.
balls
by the
are
way.
included.
Yeah,
so
so
that
you,
saves cost.
That saves the 20. You make
Yeah.
the client pay for the range or for the sim usage, and then they pay you.
Hey Andrew, I think you
For the
should use the
lesson.
Birdhouse. What is it in like?
I'll reach out to them.
El Toro Road, but it's a great facility.
It's on Golf Now.
Yeah,
You can book it.
mention my buddy Rick. I'll give you his name, but he's tight with the guy who runs it. So,
Cool.
and by the way, I think a better balls is a huge thing. Like I go to Costa Mesa, I'm hitting
Huge.
balls that were made in
Well,
1985.
dude, San Joaquin, you're
Those
hitting
balls
little
were
sponges.
Those were so bad, Andrew. Those golf balls
Dude,
that we hit.
they
I
feel
yeah.
they
believe
weigh. It's
that.
because the range is too short. Like I was
Yeah.
bombing things and it wasn't getting to the end, and I was like, "Wow, these balls are so flight reducing. It's like
Yeah.
insane." And the driving range is sloped down, at least where I was, and so you're hitting these like cut knockdown shots accidentally just because
Yeah.
of the lie.
You can't
good
draw it if
practice.
you're right-handed because
Right.
Yeah.
the ball's below your feet.
It's maybe a good training aid, but
No, but I think Birdhouse is the answer. I think commercial sims might have an edge if they, kind of allow this stuff. Again, you're not
They
outside.
totally would.
but-
Honestly, the fact
Yeah.
that on their website they even address that, like,
Yeah,
and it doesn't
but I'm
say the
reading
word
from it.
teaching
I'm reading from
professional.
it.
It doesn't
That's
say
on the
teaching
website?
professional. Yeah, that's where you read that
I'm-
from. And it doesn't say teaching professional. That's the real kicker that these
Right.
munis are. They're brainwashed by the PGA of America.
Dude, they got a whole sub page on it. I just
And-
threw it in here.
That's the kind of cartel, in a from a legal sense.
anti-cartel, yeah.
That
Yeah.
they are controlling the traffic of lessons. in an unfair
Well, look,
way.
Well, here we can keep it moving, Andrew. I know you're a man on the run, but I think I want to do a lesson soon. So I say we just go to Oak Creek. They haven't figured it out yet.
Yeah, no.
Well,
See,
we're
now I'm
gonna
just
keep-
paranoid. I can't film anything basically, which
Oh,
I'm like,
yeah.
I feel like Grant Horvat wanting to
I
play
think you
that tournament.
can.
Like, I'm not going to give lessons unless I can film it, right?
Yeah.
No, I'd say you keep.
for the
I
content.
think Oak Creek is closing soon, so I think.
Well, that place,
try-
it's rampant. I
Have
mean,
them
it's
try.
more than rampant at Oak Creek.
Yeah,
so.
I say you set up. I say you keep. Don't back down, and maybe maybe we have like a legal case at some point. But
I mean, let's call Breeze Woods or Consigliere. Right?
yeah, I wouldn't
There you
back
go.
down, Andrew. I would keep filming lessons, but yeah, you want to keep booking, and it's I don't know. It sucks that you can't go to the one across the street from your house to do it, but
Yeah, that
you
was
can't
nice.
slow down. I think your channel. Try thinking deeper, everyone, for lessons. I mean, it's like such a success.
I mean, Andrew's lessons are great. They've led me to have a year now on you, Kevin, of having better scores.
I mean, yeah, I'm so impressed with the amount of people that have booked lessons through that channel. I mean, it's really an accomplishment.
No, but dude,
and you
I
shouldn't
talk to
slow
people
down.
too after that have had your lessons. They love it. I mean, Pat Nugent. I mean, Kevin, your uncle seems pretty
yeah,
happy.
Uncle Brian speaks
Yeah.
very highly.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
Andrew,
we
you
gotta
got to
get some
keep doing it.
testimonials.
You should grow kind of your roster. We just got to
Yeah.
figure out a way to do it without
Exactly.
the cops
It's-
coming.
Yeah, it's pretty much. I mean, maybe it is like just anti. It's all a system, right? And it's all screwing everyone else over. But you can solve if you can solve that for the actual giving of the lesson with a sim, then that's really probably the way forward.
Yeah, I'm gonna make my pitch again. I'm gonna do this every few episodes. Like, I can't wait till we all can play the sim together when like we're all dealing with our wives and kids. I guess Kevin Hammond's the only one with kids, but other guests have had kids. But when we all just go home and hop on the sim and you can give lessons in your home, like
It's the new
that's the
modern
point
warfare.
of a house. It's new Call of Duty. But right now it's just like 1996 Counter-Strike, and it's Rick and I. And we're on LAN, but on some local network, It's like when people used to hook up two Xboxes in the same
Dude,
I Do you remember
If you
that?
didn't- Yeah, if you didn't get to do that, you missed out just a little bit.
Yeah. But join me. I actually want to get to. I'm actually curious. What is the best like multiplayer sim experience, like in terms of like what like the
metaverse,
kind of
dude.
no, but not that one, but like the Call of Duty almost like chat weight room. Like where is that for like sim golf online?
Yeah, we need social as a bigger part of it.
Yeah.
That's how you get people in nowadays. Make it a social experiment.
Yeah. Okay, guys, I'm gonna close us with like a little lightning round.
Can we hold up? Can we do
Yeah.
picks? Can we do picks?
Yeah.
Let's just go around the horn. All right, so Scottish Open, beautiful at the Renaissance Club. I'm going down this way. So straight up, Bob Mack won it 2 years ago, 3 years ago, second place. Didn't do well last year. Coming in here 10th at the Travelers. Kind of a little bit up and down over, but this is home court. Like I would go with him or Rory. I'm taking Rory top 10. But this is where the local boys are going to run. The guys who grew up here. Shane Lowry, I think, make cut. What is that at, right? Like Shane Lowry's going to make the cut. And then I'm going Tyrell Hatton top 5. I generally think the one live guy this year, I mean, Rom's had some moments, but has done well at PGA events. Tyrell Hatton did well at the Ryder Cup. Picking him top 5, I think he's a lock. That's my picks. Andrew, to you.
Okay, I have Matt Fitzpatrick to win, and then
Love it.
Nikolai Højgaard for top 5.
Great
and
call.
then Koepka for top 10, just because I want to watch.
Dude,
he's got to make the cut.
He's got to. Yeah,
I think he
Koepka's making a run.
can. If he makes the cut, he gets maybe top 10, which is what I'm going for. All right,
Nice.
passing to Kcon. Go for it.
All right, I got Nikolai Højgaard to win.
Love it.
Hatton for top 5, and then Tom Kim for top 10. I think
Good call.
he did good last year, and then someone picked him for this past weekend's golf tournament, which he did good.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Scottish Open. My pick to win is Shane Lowry. I think this is, his home turf. He likes playing out here. And I got Wyndham Clark, top 5. I think
Good call.
I think he stays hot.
Dude, he's hot hand. I mean,
Yeah,
doing great.
He'll be back from the U.S. Open win. And then I got Scotty Scheffler, top 10, just trying to get my money back. If that even pays
plus 115, right? Not bad.
Pays 1 to 1. So
I'm saving Scotty for the British, so use him this week. I think it's a good call. I mean, he's gonna be top 5 finish. Can he win? Probably.
Yeah.
Odds-on favorite, easy.
Yeah.
And just with that, sign up for the news. Sign up for the betting picks, free picks weekly. Most places on the site, just put in your email. You don't need to go to any other page. Send out a weekly, essentially betting picks on Tuesday and Wednesday. So just want to call that out. Little plug there. Back to you, Kevin.
Yeah, that's on golfinthecosmos.com, guys. You can sign up for the research. Check out our social channels at Golf in the Cosmos everywhere. We just released a new Can Parbe Par. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good one. He gets. I won't tell you what happens, but
here I want to add a little controversy though. There was a whole later that he's complaining about that we didn't really film. Just I think it's important to know that when you're doing this kind of content, you either do it all out, you take it seriously, or just taking some kind of videos is not the same production quality. So to Parbe out there, we're sorry. Not going to talk about what happened on that hole, but
if it's
just
not
is
on,
what it is, man.
If the mic's not on, then it's not. If the pressure's not there, it's not on.
Yeah.
Right. If a stick breaks in the woods, did it, and no one heard it. All right,
Tree falls.
Yeah,
is that what it is? Okay.
Stick breaks.
I'm gonna close with a little bit of a lightning round, like some fun little things here. So you just hot take on it real quick. Like if you think it's really like a fact or fiction type thing.
Yeah.
But conspiracies, if you will. But does Augusta control the weather?
No.
No.
Control the greens, but not the weather.
You don't think they do a little cloud seeding or something if they see a forecast?
They've been screwed the past a couple years in a row.
They've been doing a bad job. If they are.
They've been too bad of a job, and
they overseeded a couple times.
I don't think Burt Marienthal's here to discuss it, so he's the expert on that kind of cloud seeding.
Okay. Next one.
Technology.
Does the PGA Tour rig pairings for TV?
They should if they don't.
No, they do it 100%.
1,000%. Yes.
PGA Tour.
I wouldn't call it rigs.
I wouldn't call it rigged either.
They maximize for viewership.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
The only ones are the opens or the majors. They have set rules
based on
why
placement,
people are paired together.
Like how you place is how you pair.
Well, there could be
for what
past
major?
winner of the U.S. Open plays with the U.S. Amateur Champion plays with.
That's not a set in stone thing.
That is for the U.S. Open.
But how did? There's no way because I don't think that's set in stone. I think that's probably
Sorry, at least for the Masters for sure.
Maybe that's part of the getting the viewership, but it's all about TV ratings for those pairings.
Who did Scotty Scheffler or who did JJ Spawn play with the first round?
Yeah, there's probably some consistency to some pairings, but yeah, again, it's not like it's a rule.
Well, it's not a rig. It is a rule. It's not a rule, but it's a etiquette.
Yeah, I mean, this isn't like mail-in ballots in Los Angeles.
Key pairings for round one details. As is tradition, the reigning U.S. Open champion, U.S. Amateur champion, and champion golfer of the year are grouped together.
Every Masters.
That's cool.
That's the U.S. Open.
Oh, it's U.S. Open. Wow.
Yeah.
Keep us going, rapid fire.
Okay, next one. Equipment. Do equipment companies make super hot clubs for tour players?
No.
There's too much.
But I think there's an opportunity to have some.
So
don't they test the clubs of the
They do.
players? Don't they do all this kind of
What
like
was the
auditing?
recent article that came out?
So I actually heard from a source that because of the testing that they do on the clubs, you're better off walking into a golf shop and getting something off the rack because they don't test those. So you can actually accidentally get a super hot club from a golf store. So you can get a
that's what-
hotter
yeah.
club then versus if you got a tour player handed you his club and said you can have
It
this.
will never be hot.
It'll never be hot because they made sure because they tested it. So you're more likely to get a hot faced club off the rack. So because of the
Interesting.
testing, yep.
You want to speak of like hot take, like, so I couldn't get a caddy on camera at Pebble, but you wanted an update on the caddy situation.
The union. Yeah.
Here's the quote. I was on hole 4 of Spyglass. You pay more, we get less. That sums it up. All right, keep it going.
So
but
was
I wanna
he
give
was he pro union or anti? Then?
anti?
Yeah.
Anti. It's essentially you pay more
Yeah.
and we get less. So
Interesting.
said it out loud. Won't do it on camera. Don't want to forfeit his opportunity for the workplace and economic growth. But yeah, that's the take on the Pebble Beach caddy situation from the source. We're talking sources. Keep
Interesting.
it going though. Rapid fire.
Do tour pros play a secret golf ball that's better than retail?
Apparently, Cam Young.
I think so. I think the Callaway Chrome Softs are different for the pros than the.
I
what
think
we
it's
buy.
I think it's a tolerance thing, and they're just better balls. Like they're just, I don't know, just better tuned and better selected.
Consistency throughout. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's perfectly consistent across any box, and so I don't know. I think that's what it
Kevin.
is.
I think there is truth to half that statement. Balls that people don't have. Cam Young, you called out, played the rollback ball
Right.
when he won.
Well, they have
right?
access to
Yeah.
balls that aren't on retail.
Okay,
but
there you
then
go. That's the
also,
answer.
but each Pro V1, even though that is retail, they're not all created equal if you test them.
Yeah, I've heard that because I mean it's a manufacturing line, right? Like there's going to be, point, some percent that are
Right.
defective or not up to like quality standards, right? You can't do everything perfectly.
And
or
Bryson
they- yeah,
DeChambeau used to play the left dash
before it.
before that came on the market.
Right.
Mm.
Yeah.
I guess quick. I'm not sure if his equipment calls have been on par lately, but
This was when he
Too
was
much
crushing Bay
experimentation.
Hill.
So that's actually a good.
oh, was that? Yeah. That was an epic moment.
Yeah, unfortunately, that was a different year. But Bryson DeChambeau, if he doesn't make the cut in the Open, this will be 4 missed cuts in.
What
4
are we taking?
majors.
Let's go around the horn.
Now I just want to see it.
I got no. I
Yeah.
don't think he's there. Andrew?
I have to say yes. I think
He
because
probably
that
does make
apology
it.
video, or not apology video, but because of that, I think he really conquered something.
I don't know. He just feels like he quote unquote got something
God.
off his chest, but really he's just doing it for.
Yeah.
He
You
missed
sound
3
like you're
cuts.
quoting like 18th century literature. It's like he gave like a mea culpa on YouTube. Oh,
Exactly.
we didn't need it. Okay.
No.
Say this. I didn't need that. Didn't even watch it. Look, I love the guy. He's like one of my favorite players. But just focus. Okay. Like stop. Changing clubs. Like I don't know. Just get back to consistency. He's too good. Go Kevin.
Yeah, I don't think. I think if you miss 3 cuts, I don't see how that just all of a sudden you make you make the 4th one. So I don't think it's his year.
I also don't think when's the last tournament he's played, right? Like, is the Live even operating right now? Like,
I don't know when the last event was. It's been a while.
that's what I'm saying. He's
Yeah, he
Yeah.
doesn't play tournaments, so it's like,
Yeah, so
how do you make a cut?
how do you stay fit, right?
Right.
Keep going. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. This one's stupid. The USGA tries to make players shoot over par. It's like, okay, yeah.
No,
they
but the
try to
U.S.
sit-
Open does a good job at it, and
Yeah.
we love them for it.
It is kind of fun to see when there's only 7 guys under par.
Dude,
out of the
that's
whole
I
field.
hate to see a minus 23 leaderboard.
They
You know what
their
grinds
their
my
goal
gears?
is to make the course as hard as possible.
Yeah.
Right.
I want to see guys get beat up. But some of the funniest moments are when like you see like how like some player got like a 10 and they put the map up.
Yeah.
You see like this freaking zigzag. Like some of the best moments on Jordan Spieth, just memory wise this year, like the magician, like the Jordan Spieth experience. Like you're on drugs or something. Like how do you get a par with these 5 shots? Right. But I don't know. I think it makes it more authentic when we see hard courses beat up players than everyone just shoot 15 to 25 under. It's a joke.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I don't want to watch that.
I think the best finishing scores are like 12 to 16 because that's like it's just scoreable enough, but it's not 28 under. But it is fun to have a couple tournaments a year where it's like, let's see how low these guys can go.
I feel like one of them like gone to 30. John Deere went to 20,
31
right?
or something like that.
Yeah, 31. That's not. They're playing in Muni or something. I know it's a legit course, but it's annoying.
That's what's crazy about it. You go, wow, I could never do that.
That's true. That's true.
That's 4 rounds in a row too.
Exactly. I mean,
Yeah,
that is
seriously.
peaking.
It's not just one good day. Okay, last one. Do the PGA Tour and Live already know how this will all end? Do they already know, but the information that's been released, keeps us kind of wondering.
I think.
I think
they think they know. That's all.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
the
all I'm saying.
rumors are they're just like finishing up, crossing the T's, dotting the I's, but they know exactly what's going to happen. That's
I think
the
every
rumor.
I think every player's prepared a lifeboat at this point. Like it's pretty much set and done. You're going to Challenger Tour or DP next year, and that's just is what it is, right? I think Live's done. I think it's nails in the coffin, closing time, last call for alcohol, but it's over.
And they don't want to say that because there's still some events.
Still
so they
operating,
want people to
yeah.
like buy tickets to it or whatever, or maybe
Yeah.
they get some money. They're trying to see if there's like an investor out there or something.
Well, there's brand,
interesting.
right? There's face, right? You got to keep face.
Right.
You're
It's
operating an enterprise.
Right.
But I think the writing's on the wall. Everyone knows, and
Mm-hmm.
all the top talent essentially negotiating backdoor with PGA, backroom conversation
Yeah.
with PGA
Right.
about how I get back on. And there's like 3 routes. Everyone's just kind of like picking if they want to pay or they want to like go through hell for a year,
Right.
or not hell, but like go a different route.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's interesting stuff. Golf's definitely in a good place as we've seen all year. It'll be interesting to see a bunch of Live guys. I think the tournament is like starting in like an hour or something, right? 'Cause
11, yeah, or actually 13 minutes.
I don't
Well,
know.
here we're live.
Yeah. Live stream.
We're live for the Scottish.
for
We're here at
for Marco Penja's first tee shot.
Yeah.
I love it. So we
great.
made it to the Scottish Open.
We're
guys.
here in North Berwick, at the Renaissance Club.
Well, gentlemen, hopefully maybe we'll all catch a little bit of golf tonight. So enjoy the tournament. We're gonna have to adjust a little bit to the morning golf watching. Catching on the other side of the pond with that little time change. But guys, good to be back with you all on the pod, and I'll see you out on the links. I know I'll definitely see a couple of you on the links very soon. So
That sounds good, brother.
Thanks for having us, man.
Take care, man.
It sounds like a Mike Knott song.
damn, that's beautiful.